Hello, 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 everybody, and welcome to the podcast.
Hi. Right now, we've got the other cat fucking joining in. You're not having the ice cream.
Ladies and gentlemen, Damo has a bit of an issue in the form of a double cat attack of ice cream. Oh, there's one of them.
Say the fuck off!
Here we fucking go. Already.
Odin, stay the fuck away, mate.
Oh my
I'd
god.
have a voice for you fine and open my mint choc chip with my milk.
Quick question, why aren't you doing this at your desk?
I'm doing it in my bed.
I was curious, like, why aren't you doing this on your desk?
Because it would be much worse. I would end up spilling milk over my keyboard. Because of the cats. And I don't know if you've noticed, but I'm wearing shorts.
Yeah, I've kind of noticed we can see a knee.
Yeah. Odin will scratch climb, not just jump up and whatnot. He will scratch and climb. So therefore the bed is easier.
You mean safer?
Yes.
Alright,
And if you guys get distracted by the big fat knee, just let me know and I will cover it with my duvet.
Alright, so ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Pizza Oven Flopcast, where we try to talk about video games and stuff related to that when we don't get distracted by animals.
Yes. Specifically mine.
Again, as I keep on saying, you can't work with animals in the entertainment industry. The most unprofessional fucking things in the world.
I know, but I love them.
Yeah. Well, either love them or you want to strangle them. One or the other.
Yeah. Go on, you can do it. You know you can hop in there. Go on, get in your little tray.
God damn it, Nathan. So,
Hi,
yes.
Nathan.
Today is going to be about dating sims and tier prices and speculation and, well,
Random shit.
Well, basically what you guys fucking know, and possibly a bit of sim talk, knowing Damo. There's a few things you
That's why everyone joins in it. Sim segment.
I should really actually get a little tune recorded. It's just like, Damo Sim Section.
I beg. Pay someone on Fiverr to do something like that. I'll be happy.
Why pay someone on Fiverr to do it? I'm going to just do it myself.
True. But you gotta do it in Simlish.
Oh, hell no.
I think that'd be awesome.
You think? I think it'd be a pain in the ass.
Exactly. A snarf. Shoo-boo-boo.
If you're looking to get into anal already, then at least save it for after the podcast and switch to the OnlyFans.
Oh, flu snarf.
Ladies and gentlemen, that's been it with the Pizza Oven Flopcast. I hope you all have had a good. I hope you've enjoyed the Flopcast. We've had a good run while we lasted, but unfortunately, Damo is now going into Simlish porn for OnlyFans. We will see you all in the next. We will see you all maybe next time. Bye.
Why do that when I could just download Wicked Whims? I don't have to do noises then. Some other poor fucker's already done it. Like,
I actually went to the ending section and I actually clicked on the ending part as well.
oh wow. Fucking hell, Odin. Saber, go cover it up. Cover up Odin's shit, that stinks.
Pictures of pizzas will get the fuck out, basically. So, Damo, what have you been playing this week?
Well, funny you say that, Daddy. Obviously, Sims, because you can't got two when it's with me. And, I acquired a new game. Didn't I, Chaos?
I don't know. That depends, does it work?
You got me Elden Ring.
Yes.
I got to the castle. So you can ignore my last message on PlayStation saying I did not. I did. I need the glintstone key. I have died over 300 times.
Really?
I just get on the horse and leg it now.
See, that's the difference between me and you. You've died over 300 times. I've died about close to maybe 20.
Well, my dexterity's like 25 now. I'm trying to learn how to use magic spells, and one of them's fire, and I don't know how to use it.
Ladies and gentlemen, she can't control her hotness.
He says whilst she's eating a bowl of ice cream that has milk in there to make it hard and crunchy.
I'm sorry, what?
Milk. Milk.
Why you gotta make it dirty? Fuck's sake! So anyway, you've ended up at Stormvale Castle, I assume.
Please don't make me go back in there. I don't know.
So she said. So I assume you've gone through the rest of the. So because you actually took out obviously the first boss, you've ended up in the castle, actually in it now. So,
oh no, I was playing with Lion yesterday.
Yes, I'm aware.
I had to go past water. Well, across water. Like, and then you have to go and do something. And yeah. Odin, your fucking shit fucking stinks. You're nasty.
Well, me, I've been running around a lot of ruins where I came across some fucking huge crustaceans on the game, so.
Oh no.
Yes.
Oh, I came across a ruin. I made the mistake of trying to jump down.
Oh no.
Twice. Fucking twice.
Bum 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 ba 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 ba. You fucked up.
Yeah. And then I found a way down, and then there was this like fucking monster thing that was like a house. That moves and shoots things at you.
Anything else you've been playing other than Elden Ring?
What did I say? Sims. And some DVD this morning with a boyfriend for like a couple games. And I played Silent Hill. So I got my PlayStation 2 emulator to work.
About bloody time.
Yeah, Silent Hill 2. And I need to test out Silent Hill 3 because I had accidentally downloaded the wrong version. There's this like NSFW game. I can't remember what it's called, but I told you about it.
Yeah.
Played that. Quite intrigued by it, not gonna lie. You have to romance these women to sell things.
Oh, really?
Yes. And you can piss in a bush if you're too horny. Basically, it's a sex emulator.
Okay, then. Moving on!
I'll have to show you on Point Chaos. It's funny, though.
Anyway, moving on. Anything else?
Not that I can think of.
Lordy fucking lord. Well, obviously I've been playing Elden Ring. I've also been playing Secrets of Grindaia, Steam-only game. It has got a multiplayer. You can do multiplayer on it and go through the entire campaign. That's available at the moment. And at some point, I definitely want to get someone else on there for that one. I think we could have a little bit of a laugh with that one.
Oh yeah. Oh, the camera was upside down. Sorry, guys. Just realised.
The camera is now upside down. It was fine before.
Wait, really? Because it's saying that it's the right way around
now. It's fine.
Oh, there we go.
Lordy Lord. So yeah, I'm playing that, slowly getting through that. I've also been playing Valkyrie Connect, just another little gacha game that I found on Steam. That's a good little time killer. I've also been going through more of my Fire Emblem games. I'm doing Awakening and also Fates. I did a couple of those for stream and that on and off stream as well because, well, I love those two games. Also been going through Pokemon Y as well. Just enjoying that as well because, hey, it's Pokemon Y and Mega Evolutions. What's not to fucking like? It's going to be interesting, some of the effects that required like a touch screen thing. It's going to be interesting how that works. Especially like when it comes to like actually touching the Pokemon to like heal them of their status ailments. Because you can do that instead of using items. Which I'm kind of looking forward to actually doing because currently it's getting fucking expensive. Because every single area where there's like grass always seems to have a mon that can cause status ailments, which is a bloody pain in the ass. Oh, what else? Elden Ring, as those of you who have seen, did upload a couple of videos in regards of my playthrough of Elden Ring. Managed to get through, well, the Grit Lord, I believe that's what his name is. The guy that basically rips off the dragon head. That was
Gridlock.
Gritlock, that was it. Oh god, he was a fucking pain in the ass. Me and Lion had trouble with him.
Yeah.
Oh god. I actually did rage. I was actually raging at one point to those of you who've actually not seen the video. Godfrey the Grifted. That was it. Yeah. And he's God, he's an absolute cunt. He is. I was so glad when we fucking killed him. I was so happy. I was so happy. I'm now just actually exploring around. I came across like the first little boss that's hidden, hidden away in a cave that I kind of went past, and I kind of just killed him in no time flat. Like for a boss, his health just literally went 1, 2, 3, 4, dead. Just those strikes. It was just like. It's like, okay, you look like a regular enemy and they're giving you a boss thing. Yeah, no, you're dead. It was a cave full of wolves. To anyone that's actually watching that knows actually what I'm talking about. There will be more Elden Ring stuff coming on the channel, so look forward to that and possibly hearing me rage. Because I have also seen what the final boss looks like.
Same.
It looks like hell. It becomes a bullet hell. Like, what the fuck is this shit? Not to mention, we also have to deal with like a boss rush type thing as well.
away from the ice cream.
Yeah. Well, Lions. Here's the thing: Lions completed the game like 6 times. Like, it was like 6th playthrough. So he's beaten the game 5 times. So it was on his 6th playthrough.
Yeah.
It's like,
also, Lion, if you're watching this, thank you for this sneaky sneak you.
I gifted you some stuff as well, eh? Yeah, he's good at helping out people like that. So shout out to Lion.
Yeah.
Oh fuck! What else I've been doing? I've actually been just finishing. Not gonna lie, I was actually just finishing up the battle pass on Fortnite. Got that done, which, not gonna lie, because it's the end of the season, a lot of sweaty kids are in there at the minute. So trying to even win or get even past like halfway through a session is actually fucking nigh impossible because it's like all the sweats. It's like fuck. So yeah. I'm also testing out some of the DLC they brought out for Relayer, the mech game that I've been talking about that I probably will play on stream at some point.
Yeah.
Where they basically they give you different versions of your character's main mechs, or well, at least it's given the main girl her like a different version of her mech with basically OP stats. And apparently, the stats are actually so good, they're actually more powerful than if you leveled up your mech to the max level. I'm like, you gotta be fucking kidding me. Like,
Rusty.
it's like, okay, you just turned the game to easy mode? It's like, hello? I've not tried it out in battle yet, because it's like, I know for a fact it's probably just gonna be like, right, throw in the middle, and then boop, 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 dead. But yeah, that's kind of been interesting to deal with. Also, been kind of looking into like some stuff for Steam as well. Been looking mainly at mainly looking at like different games I might be able to actually stream. So I want to increase my Steam library, but I don't exactly have much at the minute. Fingers crossed I'll be able to actually find some stuff. Oh, I also started playing on the Switch, Miitopia. And basically, you can turn either... Well, oh no. Oh, it better...
Thank you, Benford, for the fucking...
Yeah, I don't know. Thank you for the 50 subs, Inventor. Fuck's sake. Oh, god damn it. This is going to be interesting to actually try and explain. Hello, by the way, to everyone in chat. Every action that you take here, or alert you take, will be heard in YouTube. So say hello to YouTube. Fucking hell. Oh my god. Oh god, it was a bad idea actually having a alert box in. I didn't think it would come in during the podcast. Fuck's sake. So.
Well, he's losing that HP.
He's regaining it actually.
No, he's not. He's losing it.
Alright, there we go. That's just gonna go off and off and off, and I can't have that during the podcast. So, ladies and gentlemen, that
Oh fuck. Alright. Excuse me a minute.
Uh-oh.
Unexpected phone call in the bagging area.
Oh,
Fuck's sake. Give me a second, guys. Sorry.
And that being said, we are a day mode down for now. So, with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna now killing myself. 1, 2, 3, 4. Why are you counting down? Why are you counting down, Inventor? What's going on? Anyway. Adam, why are you counting up? Yep, give me a sec. Am I about to sneeze? I'm trying to... She said what's... So, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to actually... well, we can actually get on to... Well, I'm actually going to talk about some of the stuff that's actually popped up across my desk. So, ladies and gentlemen, a few months ago, the Pokemon Company, they announced that you could get the Diamond and Pearl soundtrack on their website for free. And apparently, after only a few months, they're actually going to be shutting it down. So after basically only months of it actually being open, they're deciding to actually take it down. Which kind of calls into the question, why? Was it not working? Or... Well, I think this might actually be a bit of a... Might be a bit actually of a different thing, really, because Nintendo have always been awkward when it comes to actually soundtracks of their games being used in other forms of media. And, well, it's a bit... I'm kind of wondering, like, how are they... What's the aim here on this one? I'm just going to quickly read out the article. So basically, if you have it, you can. So basically, if you already downloaded the music, then you can actually use. Apparently, it looks like you can actually use it in different formats because they have a terms of use actual thing for it. Which it's like, why shut it down after only a short spell of time? It kind of causes it kind of makes me think, like, was it actually worth like time and effort to actually use it? Was it actually worth putting it up and then just only take it down for a few months, or was it going to be like a short-term thing where it's like, all right, you guys have a short amount of time to be able to actually grab this so you can use it for whatever. I've not actually got it because I don't actually need to use it because I just don't need to. But there are people that have other uses for it. So it's like, that is true. That is true. That is true. They did actually try and do a thing a few years back where, oh, if you make videos in regards of our games, we want you to pay us to upload so that you can be able to upload them. And you can't monetize it. I believe that was the other part. But yeah, basically they were asked, they were going to be charging content creators for uploading Nintendo games. Which, because they see it as like a type of, I don't know, did they see it as a type of piracy? Because it was being uploaded onto a site and people weren't buying it. Like, it's kind of like an Atlas type thought. Like, it's kind of what Atlas did with Persona 5. Like, we don't want you to actually stream our games because we feel that people won't actually play the game if it's actually streamed. It's like, that's not how it works. A lot of the time, streaming is actually a free form of advertising. If people choose not to actually buy the game, then they probably weren't going to buy it in the first place. Like, they'll probably only be tuning in, if nothing else, for the streamer, not the content. It's not because pirating pages exist. Yeah. It just kind of like, it kind of boggles my mind why it would end up being like that. Like, Nintendo's made some very weird choices in terms of their media, or at least their content, for quite some time. and they definitely seem to have a thing against content creators. I don't know, like, if it's actually a legit thing or is it just a small little nick here and there, or maybe someone within the company is actually taking exception, or maybe they're being fed like false information in regards to content creators. I don't know what the deal is on that. That's probably some legal mumbo jumbo in that whole thing that I'm definitely not aware of because I'm not tuned into that. But if anyone's actually curious about the whole thing, especially in regards to what they did in the past, in regards of the whole charging for uploading content, I do recommend people actually look that shit up. Because I think of it as old world techies not understanding the use. Well, I don't think it's actually that. I think it's a case of maybe old values. Not just old world techies, maybe just old values. Maybe people just not quite. I don't know. It's a bit of an odd one because again, it kind of leads into a legal thing, and again, I'm not clued into legal whatsoever, in shape or form. Normally, I'd ask my co-host out what she thinks in regards to this because she has some differentiating opinions, but she's currently indisposed. At some point or another, I was probably going to end up having to do a podcast run on my own at some point. But yeah, in regards to Nintendo, hopefully it'd be nice to actually know where Nintendo actually stands. Aha! There she is, with the Siggy Wiggy Woo Woo.
Sorry.
That's fine. So, we were just talking about how Nintendo had Diamond and Pearl up on their own website, or at least the soundtracks for Diamond and Pearl, and the sound effects on their website. They uploaded that on there a few months ago, which they did that right about the time just before Legends of Arceus actually released, and now they're taking it down. So we were actually kind of discussing like where it, like, what's Nintendo's game on this one, because they actually do have a terms of use thing on there, and I believe they have basically said that you can use their medium for a type of thing. Like, you can use that in particular.
Got a new way to hide it now.
And now I'm gonna go sleep. Have fun. Alright, Vena. Thank you very much for the 50 gifted subs, you mad bastard again. Jesus Christ. And Vena at 440 gifted subs. Jesus fucking Christ.
Shee.
Exactly. Sheesh. Just wanted to drop mine, drop a nuke. Very much appreciate it, Inventor, and say hello to YouTube.
Sorry about that.
It's alright, it's alright, it's alright.
Yeah. Say hi.
Camera's been knocked up slightly.
Oh, yeah, I'll move in a sec. There we go.
There we go. So, bye YouTube, says Inventor. So, yeah, just short little thing. I just hope that Nintendo kind of makes their stance on a lot of things a bit more clearer, because it's like, people actually appreciate, like, people really like Nintendo content, myself included. And it would be nice to actually see what it is they intend on actually doing from here on out. Whether they would actually, you know, like to work actually with creators, or if it's something else. Or maybe you know, it would be a case of maybe working with content creators to actually find a way to actually make this work. Who knows? But that's a whole legal thing that I'm not tuned in for, nor I don't have a clue on, and I'm sure a lot of other people do here and watch this do not have a clue on. But I do recommend everyone actually at least do research in regards to this, and maybe keep an eye on things. And if you see anything else in regards to this, or any other news, please do let me know, because we do appreciate it. And if anyone actually in the comment section of the video, of this video, actually has anything, do please leave comments. We'd like to actually hear any information in regards to the topic discussed on the podcast, and any information that comes up. If you have any information or an update of stuff that we may miss, then please do let us know. Damo.
Yes.
You have a few things up on your little desk, don't you?
Yes, I do. Sailor's made his appearance. So, obviously, last time, thanks to, was it Arnie?
Yep.
With the whole Silent Hill 2 remake.
Mm-hmm.
So, the last time we all heard rumours about it was some point last year. I did actually do my research for this one. And now, obviously, rumours have resurfaced that Konami could be collaborating with Bloober Team. Now, fuck's sake, Saber, why you do this?
Hey, at least it beats not seeing his ass.
True that. Basically, I understand why people have sided with this, because they're like, well, if it's Bloober Team, then, it's gonna be shit. And I get that. And, but what people need to understand is they got a lot of their inspiration for the horror games from the Silent Hill series. So, and honestly, if it is going to be a thing, genuinely cannot wait. Because that would be really, really nice.
Yeah, because we all know how you're all about that.
Yes.
And it would actually generally... it would be nice to actually see, if they are actually going to do anything with the Silent Hill series, because that's a series that's kind of been missed for a while.
Mm-hmm.
And if they are actually going to do remakes, I imagine if we're going to see anything in the terms of remakes, it's going to be interesting, because especially considering the PlayStation tier system that's actually coming in, where they're basically going to be showing a bunch of old school games.
Oh yeah, definitely.
So if they do actually include a bunch of old games, will that include the Silent Hill games?
Well,
and if so, what's the future in regards of the remakes, or at least remasters?
I'm honestly not sure, and to be honest with you, I trust places like Game Rant, and the reason why I kind of started doing more research into it is not obviously just because of what Arnie and Tara said, and again, I thank her for linking me up to that piece of information. Much appreciated.
Yeah.
But What Culture Gaming actually covered it as well, so it does actually seem quite likely. To be fair, they are quite reliable. I do get a lot of my information from them when I come over to watch them. I like watching their top 10s. Yes. Haha. Anyway, and oh, yes, I am. I am very kinky indeed. And on the Game Rant website, it even says here that there hasn't been a proper new Silent Hill game in a decade.
No.
A decade, my guy. That's a long-ass time. But it looks like that may be changing sooner rather than later. Leaks and rumors from reputable sources suggest that Konami has multiple Silent Hill projects in development. So it's not just a Silent Hill 2 remake.
So we could could we possibly be looking at maybe, do you think, a new entry in the series?
Potentially. And these are all spread out with various studios as well. So to be fair, it could be quite interesting to see.
Yeah. Well, especially considering the fact that we're still... it's going to be interesting to see, especially considering the fact that even with the newest gen consoles out, we still don't really have anything big for those consoles yet. And
well, yeah,
it'd be kind of interesting to see if anything actually takes, if they decide to actually go that route. Because it's not gonna lie, as much as I like games being on PlayStation 4, I do think we do need maybe get some exclusives on there. There's a few, but nothing actually of substantial note worth at the minute.
Oh, definitely.
Apart from Ratchet and Clank, but that's Ratchet and Clank.
Well, it even goes on to say as well, one project is a brand new Silent Hill game being made by a Japanese studio, whilst another a narrative-driven adventure game in the vein of Telltale's projects, which may be in the works at
Wait. Did you say Telltales?
Yeah, like, in the style of, I think, is what they more so meant.
Oh boy, this could be interesting. This could be interesting.
Well, yeah,
if they're actually going to go that route, then we could possibly be looking at maybe like a very dark Life is Strange.
Yes, definitely. Honestly,
I know it's a bit of a stretch of a comparison, but it's literally the only thing I can actually really compare, especially considering the company actually went and folded up.
I mean, to be fair, like, I see where you're coming from, but then in the same sense, you're not wrong in that way, because, you know, Life is Strange is a very dark game in itself.
Mm.
You
I've
know,
not played the prequel or 2, so I'm gonna go and buy 1.
The second one with the brothers, I wouldn't exactly class as massively dark. But the prequel is basically like, it makes it worse because you know what's coming.
Yeah.
You know, and that's what makes it quite sad and heartbreaking, because you know what's coming, and you know, because you know what's coming, people like expect, oh, you're not gonna bond with the characters, blah blah, but you do.
Yeah. So would you say in regards to that then? I personally believe then, because I do have the prequel, and I do intend on actually going through that at some point. Because I did do the original Life is Strange a while back, like a few years back.
Yeah.
So would you say it's maybe actually worth, like, do you think maybe that might actually worth going through?
Fuck yes.
Alright.
I've played, like, all of the Life is Strange series, my guy, like, of course.
By the way, if you want to check out my Life is Strange series on the one I did that, you can actually find it on YouTube.
Yes. And don't mind me just getting comfy.
No, not gonna lie, I should probably actually make that into an actual like playlist so it'd be easy to actually grab together. At the time, there was a bunch of like constant disconnects for some reason when I was trying to actually stream it on YouTube. So,
if you get True Colors and you get the, I think it's Deluxe Edition, you actually get the remasters of both 1 and the prequel.
I do have 1 and prequel already.
Alright.
Yeah. I got them literally when they came out, so so yeah, I don't need to worry about that. So yeah, so a Silent Hill Telltale style game.
Yeah.
That could be interesting.
I mean, it makes sense if you think about it. Like, with Silent Hill, like, in all of the series anyway, more so with, I think it's Downpour.
Yeah,
it all has consequences, even with the things that you say.
Yeah, well, they could kind of actually need to, you know, give themselves maybe a better thing, considering Downpour apparently was not that good.
It wasn't the best, but then to be fair, like, I loved Homecoming as well, do not get me wrong. And it's so fucking underrated, it's unbelievable.
Well, but, as Nathan said, PT was actually going to be the next one. But then...
Oh, yeah, definitely.
But then that kind of went... They kind of pulled the life support on that one.
Oh, yeah. And if I remember rightly, before PT, it was literally Downpour, wasn't it? That was the last game.
Yeah.
Because I managed to find a video with the secret ending for Downpour. And looking back on it, it's definitely an emotional one, because it's a celebratory one.
Mm.
With like the cake, you've got Pyramid Head,
Oh,
the nurses,
that,
you've got all the
I've seen that.
characters.
I've seen that. One of my friends actually, they went through and they got that ending while I was sat with them watching.
Yeah.
It was kind of funny.
It was, but if you think about it now, like if you look back on it, in a way, it was kind of like their final goodbye. If you take PT out of the equation.
But at the end, I think about that though. It's like, do games ever actually really get put to rest these days? Like, not gonna lie,
really.
games tend to really get dragged through the mud, even when they've reached the end. Like, technically, Halo 3 was meant to be like the final. Obviously, they did ODST and Reach, and then that was meant to be it. There was meant to be no more Halo games, maybe just like remasters of them in the future. But then they've kind of just dragged it out now to the point where you got like Halo 5 and essentially Halo 6, actually Infinite, have actually, from what I've been told, rather atrocious storylines. And it's just like,
oh yeah.
When do we reach the point where it's just like, are you guys just basically milking a game and just attaching a name to a series?
So can you get out the litter tray?
Like, it's just, I can use as another example, Metal Gear Survive. If anyone remember that atrocity.
Yes.
Gameplay wise, they should not have done it the way they had done. They basically had Metal Gear 5 style gameplay, but basically you were dealing with zombies and shit like that. So they kind of screwed. And also, if you want to have multiple saves, you had to pay for an extra save slot.
Okay.
Yeah, if anyone remembers that little fucking atrocity, which basically, like, Metal Gear Survive was barely hanging on by a thread. And then when that was announced, that basically just snip.
Just snip, motherfucker.
Yeah. It's like, there's no more from you. I'm not gonna lie, I've not heard anything about Survive. Literally, since that whole thing came out. I think because the game pretty much just died. Oh yeah, it was. I was actually thinking about getting it, and then Charles basically let me know about the whole save slot thing. I'm like, wait, what the fuck? And then I looked into it. I'm like, oh shit. Well, that. And that go back to an argument I made on one of the previous podcasts. It's like a game that could have actually done better if it wasn't associated with something with the series. Like Metal Gear Survive may have actually done good if it was labeled as something else. But because it was Metal Gear, because it had the title Metal Gear, you expected Metal Gear type stuff. You expected maybe going up against giant mechs. Maybe expected stealth or some form of stupidity. You maybe expected actually a fucking good storyline and a good soundtrack too. But then you look at Survive and it's just like, yeah, that's just no. No. What are you doing? Yeah. Who knows? If there's actually a thing that they're actually going to maybe bring a more Silent Hill to us, who knows? Maybe it's actually a good thing. But
oh yeah, definitely.
Because the fans will actually be a lot happier. But then it calls into the question though, because like you can get like some earlier Silent Hill games in that on Steam or maybe on some of the other stores, and because I've noticed a thing that has been happening recently, especially when they do like remakes of games or like games in a collection thing, they take the old versions off the stores, and then they whap on a major big price, like what they did with GTA. Like they took the original GTA trilogy off the Steam store, and it was much cheaper, and then they whacked on a price, and it ended up being an absolute buggy mess. And to my knowledge, they're still actually trying to sort out the bugs as well. Granted, Rockstar didn't have a hand in that, but it doesn't matter whether they still had it. It's actually GTA. Like, just because the company didn't actually have something to do with it doesn't mean that the name is still the name of one of their biggest titles. So therefore, any damage to it for a remaster's sake, like, hurts their reputation. It's a reputation by association. So, in regards of remakes and remasters, companies need to actually think real long and hard how they want to do this. Because another game that's actually making its rounds in regards of remaster is Sonic Origins. They're coming out in, I think, it's next month, on June the 23rd. And it's going to have Sonic 1, 2, 3, and Sonic and Knuckles. Now, I'm not going to lie, I'm actually a little bit excited for that, because for a while now, on the last Sega Mega Drive collection, or Sega Genesis, depending on what country you're in, they actually removed Sonic 3 and Sonic and Knuckles. Whereas in other Mega Drive collections, those games were actually in there because they were actually big staples of that console at the time. And the reason and the reason for it is because someone that actually used to make music with Michael Jackson basically turned around and said, that's actually my music on there, I don't want those games there. And so, not gonna lie, I'll be happy to actually play Sonic 3 and Sonic and Knuckles again, just because like they got some really really fucking good levels, some good old music. But the thing that's worrying me is they're taking like the old like emulators off of some of the stores and that, especially on the Switch. Nintendo is actually having their stuff, the individual games removed from there. And it's basically being whacked with a big price tag. Because... And this is the thing where it's actually going to be a bit weird with Sonic Origins, because they've kind of messed things up in a bit of a weird way in regards to the DLC. Like, you can get a bunch of stuff with it if you pay for like, the digital deluxe edition, but like with most games, if you get the digital deluxe edition, you'd expect to get everything because you're paying a little bit more. But you're not. And it's like, is it worth like paying the extra price for it if you're not going to get everything like you'd expect? And it's like, over here it's like 37 quid. And it's like, I don't know all the things that's going to be in Sonic Origins. Apparently they've announced basically a bunch of the DLC packs that will be with it if you buy the game standalone. So, yeah. Remakes and remasters, companies definitely do need to maybe up their game in terms of giving us, the consumers, something actually to write home about. So people are doing the Silent Hill remasters. Be very careful with what you're doing. Make sure that maybe you listen to the communities behind these games to see where they might be going, and you might actually be able to avoid a lot of these like little holes that the other companies have fallen into. Just a bit of advice from an old dog.
Oh, definitely, for sure.
Yeah. You got anything else you want to input on that one?
Yeah, actually. I know it's going to be completely random, but it actually does tie in with this. Has someone made a Doom mod? Hang on, I need to find it. There we go. Silent Hill style Doom mod is getting an Unreal 5 remake.
Oh yeah, because they've recently just released the Unreal Engine 5, haven't they?
Yeah. But it's like the mod itself is getting a Silent Hill style remake. Honestly, that's kind of cool though. In terms of leaks, now bear in mind, all I put into Twitter was Silent Hill Remake. And apparently it's a 99.99% trustworthy leak of the next PlayStation State of Play roster.
Yeah, I'd label that as sus until you actually see more people maybe mentioning it.
I don't know if you can see it.
To be honest, when it comes to the PlayStation State of Play stuff, there's always like, oh, 99% chance of this, 99% chance of that, and then something comes out, and then when it actually happens, it never, and then something doesn't happen. It's like, until you actually hear from, like, maybe it's like some form of announcement, like, we'll be talking about stuff like this, I'd hold a high level of speculation. Because, like, always, when it comes to rumors or information about quote-unquote leaks in regards to stuff, always take everything that you see with a pinch of salt.
Odin, can you stop? He likes going behind the,
Do you want to know what's funny?
Headboard.
You saying that, Odin, would you stop? And then Alex played the Pornhub theme, almost dead on as you said, Odin, stop.
Oh, so.
By the way, we can't see you anymore.
Can you not?
No, you're basically going below it. You're going lower than your camera.
Hang on. Is this better?
We can see half your face. Sit up, girl!
Okay.
It's the reason I said this would probably be better actually at your desk.
There you go.
Fucking unprofessional, Lizzie.
Oh, well, you love it. You're laying down form of on your knees, damn it. No, I'm laying on my side doing that sexy pose.
Again, OnlyFans content coming soon of the Pizza Oven podcast. Alright.
Mona Lisa attacked with cake? Okay.
Alright, don't start. Alright, don't. No. I'm gonna go on to stuff now before you then all of a sudden start getting distracted by shit on Twitter.
Oh no, I've come off Twitter for that reason.
Alright. So, I'm gonna go on to something else actually, something that you and I are both very interested by, Damo, as well as a few other members of the community.
Yes.
Dead by Daylight, as you know, as part of this channel and Damos, has actually been a bit of a staple and a game that actually holds a bit of... it holds a very close place to our heart. We can basically admit that at this point, considering how much we actually... As much as we bitch about it, it generally is there in our hearts.
Mm-hmm.
In regards of the recent announcement, obviously, of Dead by Daylight dating sim, I have some information on who's actually behind it.
Mm-hmm.
It's from the same people that made, well, it's from the same developer that made I Love You, Colonel Sanders. That visual novel.
Oh, wow.
So, instead of, so I'm going to read from this article in regards of it. Instead of desperately trying to avoid the killers like the Trapper and the Spirit, you'll be able to flirt with them on Murderer's Island. Just don't expect to hook up with licensed characters like Pyramid Head or Sadako from The Ring. Behaviour says the stories you'll discover on Hooked on You won't be canon, though they'll offer a blend of humour, romance, and since this is a DBD game, after all, horror. The studio notes that many DBD fans have been asking for a dating sim set in that universe. They won't have to wait too long to play it either. Hooked on You will arrive on Steam this summer. So, the fact it's done by the people that literally were behind I Love You, Colonel Sanders, I imagine this is actually going to be hilarious as fuck.
Straight up, my guy, straight up.
Cause
I'm only wanting to play it because, you know, they've made fucking Huntress thick.
Not quite, Nathan. It's the people that basically the people that made. It's the developer that made I Love You, Colonel Sanders. That's basically been given this task. And considering how many people were playing I Love You, Colonel Sanders when it came out, and I didn't know about it until literally I came across a streamer. So expect to maybe see Hooks on You on this channel when it comes out.
Maybe. On my channel at least you will do, mate.
Maybe if you actually fucking streamed often.
I'm getting there, alright? I'm getting there. I'll be streaming again, like...
3 weeks
tomorrow
later.
or Wednesday.
Yep. Yeah.
Tomorrow or Wednesday.
Mm-hmm. Yep. I'll believe that when I see it.
Bruh.
I'm sorry, but you did have a spell where you were saying, oh, I'm gonna try and stream in the next couple of weeks. 2 weeks go by. Yeah, I'm gonna stream in the next couple of weeks. Granted, yes, shit's happened, but sorry, I gotta call you out the same as everyone else would call me out.
Well,
exactly. Shush. You know I'm right.
I do it when I feel like it. I've been streaming, and
Uh-huh. Sporadically. When you said yourself you were actually trying to make a schedule.
Yeah, try. Me and schedules aren't the best of friends.
Yeah, because, you know, maybe if you actually tried. But yeah.
Nigel. That's all I've got to say to you on that one is Nigel.
Shush, mummy.
Fuck off.
So yeah. Hooked on You, Summer, Steam. And possibly on stream. You know, from, like, in terms of, like, alright, currently the only killers that we're aware of that are going to be available to actually go for, and they've basically said this, they will be adding more killers to it, other than the licensed ones, will be Trapper, Wraith, Huntress, and Spirit. I've spoken to a few people, and Chive said that they're going to go for Huntress. And
same. Just Huntress for me.
I'm probably going to go Spirit.
Fair enough.
And Trapper.
Oh, yeah.
Yes. Well, he's my main, isn't he, on DVD? He's my main. He's my killer main on DVD, isn't he?
Yeah.
So,
killer main.
So on that basis, then, if we're actually going to see like the actual killers from DVD, not the licensed one, then we're actually going to see Legion. But what form are we going to see Legion in? Are we going to see male Legion? Are we going to see female Legion? What are we going to see?
I presume they would put all of them in there.
I'd like to think so.
But I just can't wait until they put Trickster in there.
I'm sorry, but if they put Trickster in, then you can't stream that because there's going to be straight up porn coming from you.
No.
Look at how you, Mel, and Chives were when the Tricks actually came out and we all discovered what his Mori was. Could not play a custom match because you girls kept wanting to throw yourselves at whoever was the Trickster at the time. Please Mori me.
I don't know what you're talking about, man.
Oh, I know exactly what I'm talking about. As does Inventor, as does everyone else I was actually watching during those streams. Thank you very much. That's why we banned. Right. That's why we banned the Trickster for a time.
It's alright because it was actually kind of recently, about a week or so before the boys came down to visit. we were playing a match and there was Trickster. Didn't even realise there was a Mori and I was the last surviving one. Instead of hooking me, like a lot of Tricksters actually genuinely do these days,
Uh-huh.
I just kind of kept crawling to him, doing the whole movement of going, yes, please Mori me, please, please. And I get Mori'd, and I messaged him afterwards and said, thank you for playing Trickster. He's my favourite killer to be killed by.
Well, don't forget to tune into Damo's OnlyFans to see her response on Trickster and Trickster fanfics. Bye, everybody.
Already read them.
Seriously?
Yes.
Bruh! No, that you probably looked at all sorts of, like, Trickster hentai pics as well, no doubt.
You would know. I posted them in the
I would not know because I blocked that out of my memory, thank you very much.
Memory unlocked.
No, memory stay locked. I threw away the key. It's bad enough when I all of a sudden heard Mel going, "Ooh, Trickster, yes please." It's like, wait, what? You and Chives, I kind of expect it from. I did not expect it from Mel.
The one and only time that I corrupted the Mel. And I did it so easily.
Oh, God. Well, the time that we got her to say ooh woo.
Yeah.
She still hates me for that, by the way.
I know.
She still blames me for it, even though it wasn't me.
Yep.
It's actually been everyone else that's actually got her to say it, not me.
Yep.
I just happened to actually be streaming at the time. Also, went out of con yesterday. I saw a few DVD killers, and there was a few huntresses. Nice.
Were there any Tricksters?
All I can say is, if we actually ever do, if the podcast ever actually does go and actually have its own panel at a convention and we see a Trickster, guarantee. Alright guys, so I'm going to be doing the podcast alone because Damo is currently over there with a Trickster.
Yes.
I've tried to get security to bring our ass over, but unfortunately we're having little success.
It's taken about 5 security guards so far to try and pull her away.
And all we're literally hear is, "No! I want the knives! I want the knives! Please, I want the knives!" Literally, the moment, all of a sudden, new DLC, the Trickster. Damon's just gonna go silent. Like, your boy's not gonna hear from you for a few days. That's like you're just gonna literally go silent across the board, and then when we finally see from you, your eyes will be rolling at the back of your head, and you'll be like.
Not that I remember, and even if there was, I wouldn't take any pictures for you. Oh, come on! I'll take a picture of your favourite killer.
Yeah, there's a difference though between his favourite killer and yours. You're not the one looking to get knifed. You're not the one that's going to actually get knifed up and they're literally throwing themselves at them.
Yeah.
He would actually just be like, "Oh, yeah, that's my favourite killer." Just shake their hand at most.
I'm not being funny. It would be the exact same if I saw a Mike Myers at a convention, and it would be the same if I saw Ghostface at a convention.
I'm sorry. If you had a Myers come up to me, I'm like, I would just look at you and go, "I hate you."
You know what, Chaos? We have to do a Comic-Con at some point together, okay?
Yes, we do. Speaking of Dead by Daylight, actually, I played it on stream solo, right, the other day. I played with multiple people like, on DVD recently, and not once have I ended up with a Michael. I ended up with a Michael on my second fucking match!
Oh, that's a shame
Why
because
is it
my
my
mate
fucking
who
luck that I
actually
play
played
Dead by
Mike
Daylight on my
Myers.
damn home? I get Myers all the damn time.
Well, my mate that played Mike Myers the other day actually on stream was being a farming Mike Myers too.
That's fucking nice. I don't seem to get farming Myers. I seem to get kill everyone Myers.
Yeah, and that one time I got a farming Mike Myers too.
Not to mention the previous match, I'd gone up against an executioner that was only actually camping because everyone else actually on the team kept on basically being near the person that was on the hook. So then they were a streamer and they gave up. They didn't want to actually really play the match because they're camping. It's not because you keep being near.
Damn.
Oh, it was not good. It was not a good session.
I can imagine.
I tried so hard. I got so
Though,
far.
also
But
in
in the end,
Dead
it
by
didn't even
Daylight
matter.
news. Yes. By leaks by daylight. Winnie the Pooh can become a future killer of Dead by Daylight, a horror film slasher based on a famous character called Winnie the Pooh. Blood and Honey is in development. The
Yeah,
actual movie is in development.
yeah, well, we'll see about that one. Anyway, we're at that time now where we go take a 5-minute break. So, ladies and gentlemen, take this time to maybe actually go grab a drink, maybe something to eat, or go for a quick pee or a poo, whatever takes your fancy, and we will be right back. I imagine Damo's probably going to take another siggy wiggy woo woo.
Yeah.
Let's figure this much. So, we will see you guys very, very shortly. Welcome back, everybody.
Yes.
Break took a little bit longer, but I felt like it was needed. We are just a little heads up. I know we started just a tad bit late, so we'll go obviously a little bit later than normal. As you guys, I'm gonna start off. It's time, everybody, for that little bit of a, as you know, chaotic tirade that I like to sometimes go on these, and a bit of information that I think, well, would kind of be appreciated by everyone who was actually on said PlayStation platform. Now, over the past couple of weeks, there's been a bit of a shitstorm in regards of PlayStation in Hong Kong. As you guys know, coming up over in the month of June, we will be, people across the world will be, at various points, be experiencing the new tier system being put into place. I've been very skeptical of it and highly critical for various reasons. Mainly the price, as well as some of the other features I believe they do need to, well, make sure that it's actually worth the price. And so far I'm not seeing anything that's still worth the price. But that's my own personal opinion. I'm not here to influence anyone, I'm just giving you guys how I feel. What you guys do with that information is up to you, and when you do your own information, look up for your own research, I recommend you look up yourself. This bit of information is coming from several sources. And, well, Sony done goofed. There's been several updates since then. I'll basically read out the thing as the article states, and then I'll give you my opinion. Sony has roughly 2 weeks to avoid a shitstorm of epic proportions in the West, assuming news coming out of Asia will be consistent here. The new PS Plus launched in countries like Hong Kong and Taiwan overnight, but local gamers are absolutely irate at the way the platform holder is handling upgrades. Effectively, it's wiping out any discounts that memberships may have been purchased with, and is also demanding an upfront fee to upgrade stacked subscriptions. Now, what that means is if you bought your PlayStation Plus on an offer, say over here it'd be like, say, go like $39.99 for the year, then basically they would be charging you extra to make up for that. All of this is resulting in some users being quoted hundreds of dollars in order to upgrade from the bog standard PlayStation Plus Essentials to PlayStation Extra or PlayStation Deluxe, the alternate version of PlayStation Premium available in countries without cloud streaming functionality. It's worth noting that instances like this will be limited, as the frankly frightening figures only apply to people who stack subscriptions over several years into the future. But the backlash will be enormous if this also occurs in the United States and Europe. Those who stack subscriptions are, after all, likely to be the most dedicated, loyal, and vocal customers. And to be honest, if, like myself, I've stacked up for the next couple of years because, well, it was on offer, so I thought, fuck it, why not? And I'm sure Damo's the same as well. When it comes to PlayStation Plus, you stack up at least.
No.
Well, if it's on offer.
Like, I literally get it once a year in a Black Friday sale. I've never actually had to stack.
Well, I've done that just because it was on sale, and I knew this was, and I knew that obviously Essentials was coming, and I was like, I wanted to make sure I at least had something before the whole price increase was. So, to further expand upon what Asian players are angry about, those who have active PlayStation Plus Essential memberships into, say, 2026 are being quoted the price of 4 full years in order to upgrade to PlayStation Plus Extra or Deluxe. There's no way to upgrade there's no way to upgrade for, say, 1 year and then return to Essential once that term expires. Sony will charge you the difference to upgrade, but some of the upfront fees being shared are enormous. To make matters worse, unfathomably, the Japanese giant is wiping out historical discounts on subscriptions purchased through the PS Store. So, if, for example, you bought your membership while it was on sale, then chose to upgrade, it'll bump up the price difference to erode the savings you originally earned. This basically means that it's retroactively eliminating any deals you may have been offered on subscriptions in the past. Somewhat unthinkable, really. So, again, you would actually probably get hit by this demo. So it's not very good. And there's also enough evidence coming online to confirm that this is all happening right now in Asia. But of course, it's possible things may be handled differently in the West.
Okay. You're breaking up a little bit, dude.
Am I? Hello?
Yeah, you were for a second then.
Testing
like
once.
You cut out entirely, and then you're back to normal now, I think.
Testing 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Alright. Yeah, I don't know what's going on here. So basically, PlayStation fucked up.
Yeah.
There's no two ways about it. They royally fucked up. And they kind of have a lot to make up for if they want to save their skin on this one. And to be fair, there's information actually that's been coming out that has actually shown that they are actually retroactively trying to fix this. It has, from information that has popped up on my end. The fuck? Well, basically, they have actually fixed it, and they have actually confirmed that it's actually a bug. It was an error on their end.
Interesting.
Kind of funny how they would say that. I'm personally...
Yeah, when that was actually their intention.
Which is kind of exactly what I was afraid might actually happen. But I'll read out the updates as has come out. A Sony support email from a Hong Kong employee spotted by a reset error appears to confirm that the platform holder will erode discounts on previously purchased subscriptions when users look to upgrade their PlayStation Plus memberships. While some had argued that this may be a mistake and that the organization would never stoop this low, the translated correspondence suggests differently. The message, as Google Translate explains, and you can't entirely trust Google Translate, if you need to upgrade to the second or third tier on the membership, you need to make up the difference in the previous discounted price first to return to the normal price. So basically, that information's come out, and there has been another update. Well, there's actually been two other updates that have popped up.
Yep.
After effectively admitting that it intended to wipe out the historical discounts for those looking to upgrade their PS Plus memberships, it's beginning to look like Sony has backtracked. The company, perhaps sensing a colossal backlash, not to mention a huge financial loss, and not to mention possibly lawsuits, I imagine, is beginning. The company, perhaps sensing a colossal backlash, has made some adjustments to its upgrade calculation tool, ignoring any previous deals that may have been taken advantage of.
Right.
Let me... So, update 3. News of PS Plus upgrades in Asia potentially eroding any historical discounts resonated around the world, and has forced Sony to release a statement in which it claims that this was a technical error that has now been resolved. And the article says, "We'd argue the only error here is that the company got caught, but at least the response, its response has been swift." Ladies and gentlemen, this is where I basically believe that accountability is always number one priority. And I do believe, and this is one of the things that I've been worried about actually occurring. This is, when I saw the prices originally, I thought, hang on a minute, how the fuck can they charge that much? And what does it mean? Like, it's actually something I brought up previously. PlayStation done goofed here, and they're gonna have to the fact that this news has actually spread around the world is basically already... It's no doubt hitting very hard in considering what's coming up over the next month. People are actually going to probably be afraid to actually, like, even upgrade. Like, it's gonna... It's not good. It is not good.
No, not really.
The fact that this has actually occurred, and now it's actually appeared, and they've basically been caught out. So they've had no choice but to retract it. And I'm sorry, but technical error? Well, I'm sorry, but you guys literally designed the damn thing. How is it a technical error that would actually charge that? And apparently the people that have actually suffered this are being offered credit.
Bruh.
I'd give them their damn fucking money back. It's not credit they want. Some people have lost out on a lot of money. Give them back their money. Give them the difference, you bastards. If that shit happens over here and in America, they're fucked. Like, the ramifications is colossal. And this is why I said the price is literally too much. I feel like the price, like, for the actual upper tiers is too much for a year.
Yeah.
Like, at least with Nintendo increasing, at least with Nintendo doing a tier thing, at least they're offering, like, extra bits with it. At least they're actually making sense to an extent, and it's not actually expensive. Literally, you're going from about, like, 20-30 quids Nintendo Online to then, like, just the price of a PlayStation subscription for a year. That's literally it. It's like... Sony have a lot to answer for, and this is one of the things I've been worried about. Like, all it would take is just one little corrupt thing just to slip by, and people are probably like, oh, well, maybe it's just whatever. Thankfully, people are actually being critical. And I want people to actually remain on high alert in regards to this, especially over the next couple of months. Because this could be the time where they try to actually pull the wool over in everyone's eyes with, oh, look at these games that we actually have on offer. Look at these games that actually you can actually play if you subscribe to our higher tier thing. No. Sort out your pricing shit before you give us actual stuff. And you've not even actually given us an entire fucking list of games that are actually potentially on there. They've given us some list, but it's very brief in regards of, like, the old school games that is actually going to be on the upper tiers.
Well, yeah, that's like another way they fucked up, because don't they have to pay for licensing for those as well?
Exactly, which is why like, I can understand. But the thing is, they've not even said, like, oh, the reason why the increase is obviously a licensing fee. If they actually said that, I would actually understand and be a little bit more forgiving, because they're being upfront about it. But they've not said that. Yes. Like,
and not just that, but it's a streaming.
Alright, so basically, a lot of these apparently are not just going to be streaming things. Apparently, it's emulators, and apparently the emulators for these. Yeah, it's gonna be emulators. Really? Like, I'm not happy with the fact it's emulators, but. Then again, as I've said, I've tried to be highly critical to the point where I'm keeping an eye out. I want to see this shit done right, considering I've actually been paying for this service for a while. I know people are probably sick and tired of me actually going on and on and on about it, but this shit needs to be paid attention. So, the games that are so apparently we have 9 titles on the launch lineup. So the games are Ape Escape, Hot Shots Golf, or Everybody's Golf if you don't live in North America, IQ, Intelligent Q, Jumping Flash, Siphon Filter, Mr. Driller, Tekken 2, Worms World Party, and Worms Armageddon. Now, A couple of
So,
not gonna lie, a couple of those actually do hold my attention. Like Worms Armageddon and Ape Escape and Jumping Flash, because I played those when I was younger. But those are the games that are currently on, that are literally basically on the launch. So currently at launch, it's not worth the price if those are the only games.
Exactly.
So
no, Odin. Oh.
You're getting tired, aren't you?
Odin's trying to like knock over the tablet, and Saber's gonna follow his dad go.
Alright, so but yeah, currently it's not worth the price. I would say wait. If anyone's thinking about actually going for the full thing, wait. Just wait and actually see before you actually go ahead and do something. Although, not gonna lie, I have actually seen some footage from people in Hong Kong and Taiwan showing their thing, showing their accounts, and they actually look like what I hoped they might actually do might actually happen, where they basically have a separate section where if you don't want to pay for the subscription thing or the increase, you may be able to actually buy these old games separately. It looks like they're actually doing that. And if that is actually the case, that could save them to an extent. That could actually spare them a lot of financial loss. Because 9 titles, like granted, Ape Escape was literally one of the first games that utilized the analog sticks along with Spyro back on the PlayStation 1. So we shall see in regards of that if that actually is a thing, or if I've maybe read that wrong. I'm hoping that's actually the case, because if so, that's actually a smart move on their end, because they know a lot of people are probably not going to want to actually go all the way. There'll only just be some games that they'll actually want to play. And if it's only like maybe got 1 or 2 games out of the entire list that you actually want to play, then you're not exactly going to want to pay like £100 a month, £100 a year, are you?
No, not really.
Hell, that's only like, because it's what, like £80 a year for the second tier, and then £100 a year for top tier. I think that's what we worked it out as.
Yeah.
So, again, as I keep saying this every single time, a bit of news in regards to PlayStation Plus and their new subscription thing, I'm going to be keeping my eye out, and I'm going to make sure that I give you guys the best amount of information that I can find. Because I want everyone to actually be aware what's going on. And I want you guys to do your own information. If you have any other information in regards of this issue, the situation that's gone on in Hong Kong with the subscription thing, if you have any other bits of information, or if you have any information on what's going to be happening over here in the West in regards to them, I want you to please let me know. Whether it be Twitter, Discord, or in the comments of this video when it's uploaded on YouTube. Please. The only way we're actually going to be able to actually get through this is if we work together with information and we make sure that it's all actually legit. So then we can actually hold these companies accountable and we can actually save ourselves money and a ball ache. That has been my PlayStation rant. Demo?
Yes. Give me 1 second. I have to like rearrange the comfiness. There we go. Sorry.
No worries.
You know what I'm like when I lose my comfy state.
Yeah. So, I assume you have someone else actually you want to bring to the table?
Yes. So, as many of you know, Sims is life. Sims. We're gonna get to my Sims section now, like, you know, my little segment. So there was a new pronouns update. And that was good. I love it. I have literally set the majority of my Sims to non-binary. #relate. Now, as part of that update, as with a lot of them, have issues. And it got to a point, and it's only affected like 41 people out of like the millions upon millions people that play The Sims 4, where it would lag and crash. So luckily, they've managed to update it again.
Hang on, Damo, hang on. There seems to be a bit of an issue going on. It would appear I'm having some technical issues, everybody.
And nothing worked. So it's genuinely affected quite a few people.
Alright, yes. Damo, gonna have to get you to repeat a lot of that. There was some issues where we could not hear you.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like for some reason Discord completely lagged out. I don't know what's going on. I think it might be my internet's maybe been a bit scuffed at the minute. Shouldn't be, considering there's nothing else actually connected. Like my PlayStation isn't on, and it's all like it's all wired and everything.
Well, on my end, I have major double check, and I'm pulling the most weirdest phases in a lag front.
Alright. I think we might be good.
Yep. So what bit did it get up to before the lag?
Literally we've not heard like for like a past like minute. So you may have to like reiterate what you've been saying.
Okay, so your internet just doesn't want me talking about Sims. That's what I'm putting it down to. So, long story short, new pronoun update comes, and as Saber, get down. Sorry. And as you know, with brand new shiny things comes with bugs. And luckily only affected 41 people of, lag and crashing.
Mm-hmm.
To the point that even someone has said, like, before this update, everything was fine. Since the update, for almost 30 seconds at a time, if they try and clicked on it, it'll come up with the whole, Sims 4's not responding. And they don't even have any mods in CC, and they try repairing the game through Origin, as well as clearing the cache, and that didn't seem to work. A lot of people have had this issue, and I say a lot out of the millions that have, it's only 41, but nonetheless, it's fucking ridiculous. Now, they have released a little bit of a patch update for that, just a mini one, just to kind of try and temporarily fix it until they can pinpoint the actual issue.
So they bring out something, it causes lag issues.
Mm-hmm.
So did they not test it or anything?
Honestly, I couldn't tell you, because somebody else also pointed out saying, did you have lags before this update? If so, where? Hardly any lagging before. Now it lags when I try and click things on the main page for resuming/starting a new game. In the game mode, etc. will freeze for 10 seconds or so, play for 10 to 30 seconds, and freeze again, etc. Where does the game lag now? Everywhere or specific areas? Everywhere. Do you play fresh or an existing save game? Existing game. Are you using mods or CC? If so, have you tested without them? Nah, never used them. For The Sims 4, CPU ranges from 50 to 60%, GPU mostly stays at 0, but I noticed it spiked every once in a while for 2 seconds to some random number, 7, 15, etc. And then immediately returns back to 0. So, yeah, they've had to basically come up with a temporary workaround.
Jesus.
To stop it happening. Like I said, I'm just happy it hasn't affected me personally. Like, I'm forever grateful for that. But
that's still pretty bad, though. Like, the fact they released something and it's causing like even more problems. It's like guys, this is why you do like open betas, or at least I have like little sections where people can actually maybe apply to maybe a closed beta, so then they can actually test this shit out.
It's what modders do.
Yeah, it's like seriously, like that's what the fuck. EA, come on, guys, what are you playing at? Like, this is one of your biggest series. Come on, you should be doing this for you've been doing this for a while now, guys. You should be aware. You should be paying a bit more attention. Like, this is lagging on the PC. Imagine what it'd be like on the console. Fucking hell.
Oh, don't even get me started. Sims 4, just the base game on a PlayStation 4 is laggy as fuck.
Jeez.
Cannot imagine what it's like right now with that. Like, you know, fucking hell, man.
Fuck's sake. Speaking of games,
talking of EA,
I was gonna say, speaking of games that are actually been that, because your whole thing about the lag thing has actually brought up my next topic.
Oh, okay, go on then.
As you guys know, we've brought up several times on the podcast, stuff in regards of Battlefield 2042, because it has been, well, a fucking disaster. Let's not sugarcoat it. At least that's what I have seen. A lot of people that used to play it a lot had stopped playing it. So apparently, with a recent 4.1 update, and I'll read this as is. The much mangled multiplayer shooter has had a rough time of it since launching late last year. Between the glitches, unremarkable updates, and a rapidly declining player numbers, rapidly, mate, it's free falling with an anchor tied to your ballsack. It's clear that Battlefield 2042 just hasn't been the hit that DICE and EA wants it to be. Look at that, EA again. As part of
definitely sizing.
As part of Update 4.1, available on May 19th, EA has confirmed that it will be removing Battlefield 2042's 128-player breakthrough mode on PS5, Xbox Series X and S, and PC. From now on, the mode will support 64 players. When reviewing the available experiences in the all-out warfare, we felt that the 128-player modes are better suited for Conquest, where gameplay spaces are larger and where you have more natural fit for sandbox gameplay, EA explained on its website. EA added that it simply felt 128 players was too many for Breakthrough, and that the contributions of individual players felt lessened due to the chaos of so much happening on one map. As a result, squads in Breakthrough 64 have a better opportunity to work together to flank the enemy, place a spawn beacon, use their plus menu to attach the suppressors, then clear and hold a point. One squad helping turn the tide, as an example, EA continued. So, they basically had to cut down by half for one of its modes.
Yeah.
Because clearly it was a laggy mess and there's too much. And basically that many players, especially if you put it to a small map, it's too much. It's information overload, and people can't actually people will get frustrated and they won't want to play. Granted, Battlefield games in general are known for large maps where there's a lot going on, but at least it's across an entire map. But if you have it on a smaller map and 128 players, fuck me, even Fortnite hasn't done that. At most it had 100. At most it goes for 100 players on a match. At least, it is not always the most stablest of things, but at least it holds to an extent. Like, seriously, why 128? Like,
That's stupid.
That's a very it feels like a very specific number. Not gonna lie, as well, and the fact they reduced it by half kind of makes me wonder if it's a case of they're doing it to help lessen the lag, or they're doing it because of the declining player base. Because they're literally running out of players, so people can't actually play that mode.
No, the booty. I got the booty.
Hello, Lion.
Booty. Hi. I'm just giving my cat booty rubs.
So, 2 EA games, granted DICE on that one as well, but 2 EA games experiencing lag issues. Anyone else noting a trend here?
They're probably going broke.
Or maybe they've just put too many eggs in their baskets.
Well, do you want to know something that ties in with this? Because it's EA.
Oh, do tell.
EA is getting ready to sell itself to another major company.
Yes.
According to a new report. Yeah, sorry.
Did we actually cover this on the last podcast?
No, this one was 23rd.
Oh shit. Yeah, I'm just looking at it now. Yeah, alright. Excuse me, go for
it. That's cool, Lion. I didn't know you were passed out. It just didn't ring earlier. So I thought you might wanted to have joined, but it's all good. So yeah, according to new report, Electronic Arts is getting ready to either sell or merge with another larger company. Puck via Kotaku writes that the Battlefield and FIFA publisher has spent the last few years attempting to sell itself to a number of major companies, but to no avail. The report suggests EA was at one point in the final stages of a deal with NBC Universal, but negotiations fell apart over the price. Disney, Apple, and Amazon were also apparently among the companies approached, although it doesn't sound as if there were any deals on the way at the moment. According to Park, EA's longing to be acquired has been so for some time, but it really kicked up a gear after the shocking news that Microsoft had bought Activision Blizzard. Now I can't stop imagining EA as the last single friend at the wedding.
Wow, that's kind of a dig. That's kind of a dig. Or the reporters actually called themselves out.
Oh yeah.
Oh my! The last single friend at a wedding. Oh my god.
Yeah, like they can't stop imagining EA as the last single friend at a wedding.
Wow. Like yeah, they're the last known bachelor there. It's like they're starting to go slightly balding. Can't talk. They're starting to actually lose a lot of their looks that made them good years ago. Like it's not going well for them. They're not aging well.
Yeah, and it continues to say, in recent years, as media companies have taken greater interest in the rapidly growing gaming industries.
Rapidly?
Wilson and Electronic Arts have held talks with a number of different potential suitors, including Disney, Apple, and Amazon. Sources with knowledge of those talks told me, reads the report. Several sources familiar with these talks say EA has been persistent on pursuing a sale and has only grown more emboldened, whatever the fuck that word is.
Basically, more aimed at actually fulfilling that. Alright, be right back. Need a pee.
Yeah. And has only grown more emboldened in the wake of Microsoft Activision deal. The piece goes on to suggest that Disney was, at least at one stage, the most likely candidate for a partnership, This is largely owing to the fact that EA and Disney worked together for several years. Fucking hell, brain, stop shutting off. Yeah, as the former won the exclusive rights to develop and publish Star Wars video games, a deal that has only recently expired. Of course, we all remember how that went. That is hilarious. So, I'm just going to, whilst he's going to pee, it's cat segment time.
So, EA. Demo?
Yeah, no, I'm still here. I was just like, you said you were going to pee, so I've put on a cat segment.
Ah. So, as you were saying.
Here you go, babies. So yeah, basically, it's the funny thing is basically their partnership with Disney has basically only recently expired, and the reason, you know, basically they were Disney being the likely partnership is because EA and Disney worked together for several years, as the former won the exclusive rights to develop and publish a Star Wars video game, a deal that only recently expired. Of course, we remember how all that went.
Ooh.
So yeah, looks like they might actually end up going broke.
Jesus. Oh man. Could you imagine if EA actually go bust? What's gonna happen to a lot of their series? Like, that's... Oof. That's kind of dangerous, that is. Holy shit.
Oh yeah.
Speaking of interesting bits of news, get this. Fall Guys set to be removed from the Steam store.
Bet you're happy about that one.
Well, to be honest, I just don't play the game back in general, but that's due to my own personal thing. So, Epic Games purchased Fall Guys developer Mediatonic last year, and as Gaming Bolt notes, the publisher made a similar move after purchasing Rocket League developer Psyonix. Fans currently playing the game on Steam do not have to worry, as this version will continue to see support. The changeover should only have an impact on those that haven't jumped on the game yet. Of course, a lot of PC gamers are particular when it comes to their launcher of choice. There are a lot of Steam users that prefer to avoid using the Epic Games Store. Those users can still purchase Fall Guys on Steam, but it's currently priced at $20. It's hard to say how many people will be willing to pay that amount just to avoid using the Epic Games Store, but the option is available to them. For the time being, readers interested in purchasing the game from the storefront can do so without any problems. With Fall Guys going free to play next month and releasing on new platforms, it'll be interesting to see how it impacts the game's popularity. When Fall Guys first released in the summer of 2020, the game quickly saw a massive interest, but the hype has significantly quieted. Fall Guys continues to maintain a passionate audience, but these changes could result in a lot of newcomers checking out of the game. So, basically something I heard a while back about Fall Guys actually being removed from the Steam store, looks like it's actually true. Now, as some of you actually aware of, Epic Games, specifically Fortnite, kind of had a bit of a battle, and I don't know if it's still going on, with some phone companies. Because of the whole possible gambling thing.
Right.
And a lot of the companies didn't actually sit right with it, so they removed it, and then there's a whole lawsuit thing going on. I haven't checked up on how that went, because that kind of I'm just like, eh. So, and some people have actually said like, oh, it's Epic Games fighting the big companies. Rah! It's like, it's just another company fighting for money.
Pretty much.
Like, EA tried to Epic Games tried to paint itself as the victim, and even actually tried to do so by even actually posting little things in Fortnite. Not gonna lie, I laughed at it because it's like pitiful. But it kind of, because there seems to be a bit of a rise in regards of stuff like that happening, like companies having games like getting games removed from Steam, go to the Epic Game Store. But it's like, it is, as the article says, PC gamers are very particular about what launcher they use. I'm a hybrid. As everyone knows, I'm now a hybrid gamer. I play on multiple platforms, and I don't give a fuck. As long as the game actually works well, doesn't cause me any problems on the system I'm using, then I'll do it.
Yeah.
And I imagine a lot of people that actually have sense in the gaming community will be like that. But obviously there'll be those who are like die-hard fans, blah 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 blah. I understand obviously loyalty, but there comes a point where it's just like, where's your common sense, lad? Like, where you thinking? You're clearly not. But yeah. So if you want to play, if you are on PC and you want to play Fall Guys, you can actually still get it on the Steam store. But for how long, I do not know. So if you're thinking about jumping on, and you don't want to go to the Epic, and you don't want to get the Epic Game Store, now's the time to actually try and get it. Or you could wait for it to appear on other platforms and actually become free to play. Kind of where console kind of has a leg up on PC on that one.
Yeah.
But on that basis, that's the kind of actually speaking about that kind of causes a question then. If it's actually going to come free to play, does that mean it's actually going to come free to play on the Epic Game Store?
I'm not sure. I'll have to look into that one.
Because if it is going to become free to play, then what's the point in paying for it now?
Exactly.
Like I got it when it was released. When it was free to play on PlayStation. As did a lot of people because it was on PlayStation Plus.
Yeah.
As you were saying, not being funny.
Yeah, anyway. Not being funny though, if you think about it this way, and logically speaking, it's not always a bad thing to like branch out in terms of like browsers like that though. Like I literally use Origin purely for Sims because you can't get it on the Epic Game Store, and you cannot for the life of me repair it on Steam, even though they are all on Steam, and it just doesn't really make sense. Like I use Amazon Gaming for my Amazon Prime games. Like, you know, from the Prime Game thing. And Epic, for example, I use that because you get free games every week. The other week, I managed to get Borderlands 3. Not that I'll ever play it, but, you know, it's still worth a good, like, 50, 60 quid on the Epic's Game Store.
By the way, apparently it's now Borderlands 3 is cross-platform.
Fair enough, but, you know, I've only got it for my boyfriend if he wanted something to play whilst he was down. The latest free one was another good one. I don't know why I can't remember it, but, you know, hey-ho. Actually, that was it. BioShock Collection, I think it was.
I think you may be saying something about that. BioShock. Good game.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, definitely. Very good series. Like, needs more credit for what it initially got. But I've gotten quite a few games on there for free.
Yeah.
You know? And I use Steam for, like, Dead by Daylight if I actually want to try and go at it with the keyboard again. Not that I probably will, because I've got every single Killer and Survivor on console. Duh.
Well, you can use a controller on the Steam version, because that's what Mel does.
Oh, yeah, no, I get that. I'm just saying, like...
Yeah.
You know, it's just one of them, like, you can't transfer data from console to PC yet, and it sucks.
Yeah. Not gonna lie, because I have it on my wish list for Steam, because I'm probably gonna get it on there at some point, just because then, hey, I just want to be able to actually see the chat, so that if anyone actually tries to be a smart ass, I can just actually add my own little interpretation. Because, hey, this is me. I love trolling arseholes.
That's understandable.
And if I feel the killer was actually really good, I want to actually say to him, "Hey, you did really, really good. Hey, you got us good. Appreciate that. Good luck, and hopefully you get another few good matches." You know, I just want to actually show, genuine. And if Survivor's team were actually good, I'm like, "Yo, good work, guys." Just actually show genuine actual team spirit. And if anyone actually starts going off in the chat, I want to be able to sit there with a bag of popcorn. Ooh!
Wow.
What? It'll be entertaining as fuck to watch people actually try and argue with each other on there, and I'm just not interacting. I'm just like, ooh. Well, I see videos from DVD players that actually do PC, and it's just funny actually watching people try and be toxic. Yeah, it's actually like the same. Just people just making the same arguments over and over and over and over and over again, and it's like, it's from the whole like, Survivor rule book that killers must follow. Which, if you guys have seen Samination YouTube channel, you'll actually know about. They actually do make quite a few good call-outs on that one.
Straight up, man.
Yeah.
And it's just like, I understand why people are like, oh, I solely use this. But, people need to understand and start realising it's not always a bad thing, because you might get something on a better deal, say, on Epic Store, than what you would Steam.
Yeah, I agree. Some things just work better on like.
I'm mainly hyping up Epic Game Store because their games weekly have been good.
Where is Damo's loyalty at? Start speaking in Simlish.
Origin purely for Sims and Sims only. Like, I can literally tell you what I use for what, my guy.
Yeah, so like you say about it every single podcast.
Origin for Sims, free games, and like Walking Dead Telltale series, Definitive Edition, Epic Game Store.
By the way, speaking of, when are we actually going to see your season 2 playthrough?
That's what I was thinking of doing, either tomorrow or Wednesday.
When I'm at work, damn it.
I can wait until after work.
Gets to 10 o'clock. Oh, I'm really goes for literally one episode. Oh, I'm really tired, guys. I gotta go.
I'm having to rework my body's like clock. My man's be doing night shifts, so I'm having to rework my body clock again. I've only just gotten used to like him doing day shifts. Like,
not gonna lie, Demo, it looks like you're slowly sinking. Not gonna lie, Demo, it looks like you're slowly sinking there. It's like, or literally can barely see you now.
Well, I'm comfy. You can deal with the hand movements.
Hand check. Both hands. There we go.
My hand was warm. Why you gotta do that, bro?
Just get you some actual little hand puppets or something, so when you go comfy.
Oh yes, I can actually hang on.
Oh no, here we go.
Amazon.
I have started something, ladies and gentlemen. Oh god.
I can get ones for fingers.
Oh no. I think I have definitely started something, ladies and gentlemen. So, we are actually, ladies and gentlemen, at that time of the night.
They've got a unicorn.
Oh no. Oh no. So, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to go ahead and wrap things up.
Or a dinosaur head.
Really fucking. Alright, let me try and. Because the browser seems to be going.
Saber, do you mind you licking too loudly, my guy?
Demo, do you mind? We can't see you on the camera. Oh, lordy lord. Aha. I see a man that we can raid.
Oh, Kiwi!
Just as I get.
I send you the hugs.
Well,
I'm Koch, so we now use my hand.
Oh, Kiwi, that's rough. That's rough. But we always do like 2 hours for the podcast. I may be doing another stream after this. Give it another hour. But I may just jump on my Switch and play some stuff on there. But we'll see. But yeah.
Sorry, I'm ignoring my boyfriend.
Jesus Christ.
What are you thinking of playing on your Switch anyway?
Thinking of playing Metopia.
Nice.
Oh my god. My browser. Close that. This is having an epileptic fit. No, it's just like, not responding. It's like, oh, fuck.
It's just having a moment.
Yeah. Yes, I know Google didn't shut down properly.
It's having an EA moment.
It's not the last person at a it's not the last single person at a wedding demo.
Just so you know, I'm so gonna go with the puppet idea now.
Well, to be fair, I actually still have one mask to actually grab, actually.
One's that one.
Because me and Mum, we found a bunch. Obviously, you guys know I have the chicken heads. Obviously, I have the pigeon head as well. There's also one that we found, a cooked chicken head.
Oh my god.
Yes. Gonna try and figure that one up. Although, not gonna lie, I do need to figure out some...
really want... right. I'm very conflicted because it looks fucking terrifying. But I want the Poppy Playtime hand puppet.
I wouldn't invest too much in Poppy Playtime in a minute. Nah, some stuff I've seen that I'm not too happy with in regards to them, so...
Yeah, no, I get that. Like I said, I just don't want it. It's not like it's not like I want it because, oh, Puppy Playtime. Like, I've never played it, watched some gameplay, it didn't really interest me that much.
Yeah.
And then I see a fucking plushy, fucking whatever you want to fucking call it. And it looks fucking terrifying.
Yeah. Damn you, Alex. So, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to go ahead and call things there. I hope you guys have enjoyed this episode of the Flopcast. We will be back in a couple of weeks, obviously. Same time, same place. This episode will be uploaded onto YouTube in a couple of days, so you'll see it either on Wednesday or Thursday, depending on when I'm able to actually get to it. No, we can't. Because remember, You have stunk to below the camera.
Oh, I thought you could see my phone. Simba.
It's just a white screen of it. Just screenshot it and send it in Discord. Anyway, as I was saying before I was rudely fingered into interruption, I hope you guys have a good rest of the evening. If I do not stream again tonight, I will see you all on Friday. I will have my schedule up either on Thursday or before then. So with that being said, make sure you guys always check your information and make sure you actually do research into something so you don't get screwed. Damo, thank you for joining me as always.
No problemo.
I was actually going to do a quick shout out, but yeah, you can find Damo at twitch.tv/itsdamo96. And yeah, with that being said, as always, everybody, raise your pizzas high and say it with me. Stay chaotic and live for the challenge. Bye.
Bye.